Today, we are here with ACEP member, emergency physician, and Emmy nominated writer and producer of the show, The Pitt, Dr. Joe Sachs.
Thank you.
Big congrats on your Emmy nomination. What does this honor mean to you and for the specialty?
Well, the Emmys are voted for by working television writers. So out of the hundreds of eligible scripts in the past year, it's really an honor to be recognized by my peers. But the bigger honor for me is to see and hear and read the unanimous acclaim given to the show by both emergency providers and the public, who now appreciates the tireless effort of our specialty to provide compassionate, quality care as the safety net for a critically ill healthcare system.
We have you coming to ACEP25, and we are so excited to hear more from you. What can people expect in Salt Lake City?
Well, after the keynote address, I will be on stage with the star of The Pitt, actor, writer, and producer Noah Wyle, and the Yoda of emergency medicine education, Dr. Mel Herbert of MRAP. Mel served as an informal consultant season 1, and now for season 2, he's joined us as a staff writer. So we're going to take a peek behind the scenes of The Pitt, including a detailed look at our set, and we'll describe how we write the show and how the medical reality of the show is brought to life through the many hours of hard work by 7 residency trained and board certified emergency physicians.
Wow, it is going to be so incredible to get that behind the scenes sneak peek. You have been nominated for writing the 2 p.m. episode, undoubtedly one of the most powerful and poignant episodes of the season. What from that episode stands out to you as an emergency physician?
Well, I was able to weave 3 very powerful emotional stories into one episode. So first, I got to wrap up an 8-episode story arc about a college student brain dead from a fentanyl overdose, and the doctors and nurses, social workers, chaplain, and counselors from the organ procurement organization gave 8 hours of compassionate care to the parents, who eventually came to accept their son's brain death and his wishes to be an organ donor. So the show concluded, I'm tearing up just thinking about it, with an honor walk where the young man's body passed through a gauntlet of friends, families, and the entire emergency staff. So that was a very heartfelt story. The second story was, boy, you're going to think that everything is devastating, was the 8-year-old girl who ultimately died from cardiac arrest and hypothermia from a backyard pool drowning. So to see the process play out over the hour with parents at the bedside for the entire resuscitation, including time of death, was a very powerful illustration of high quality, compassionate care. And without giving any spoilers, for those of you who haven't seen it, the resident's conversation with the girl's younger sister was something you'll never forget. And to end on a positive note, the third story was that of an 85-year-old Black man with mild dementia who was more confused and bradycardic from a malfunctioning pacemaker. We find out that for a few years back in the 1970s, he was a medic with the Freedom House ambulance service in Pittsburgh. And this is a story that no one knows, and everyone should know. So Dr. Peter Saffer was an anesthesiologist at Pitt and the inventor of CPR. And back in the late 60s, he worked with a charitable organization to teach and train Black high school dropouts to be paramedics for the poorest neighborhood of the city. That's the Hill District. So he taught them to start IVs, push cardiac meds, Narcan, intubate, Cardiovert, and hundreds of lives were saved. So when the city saw the success of the program, they took it over, hiring only white medics. But that training that was established at the Freedom House Ambulance Service became the basis for all of EMS throughout the world. There's a WQED documentary on YouTube called The First Responders that should be mandatory viewing for anyone in emergency care. So our fictional story also highlights the hidden treasures of our geriatric patients. They're not just presenting with pneumonia, a UTI, or sepsis. They really have a lifetime of experience and memories that we can learn from and that can enrich our lives.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for sharing those really meaningful stories. I think all of this is so impactful for our emergency physicians. And we're just so thrilled to get to hear from you and learn more about you and about the show and all of the impact that it can have. So thank you again so much for your time. And we so appreciate you. We look forward to seeing you in Salt Lake City soon.
Can't wait to be there. Thank you so much.